Welcome back, Bepro Network Balls. As I'm sure many of you will have noticed within the Bepro Network ecosystem, that TAIKAI Labs has rebranded their company name to LayerX. Now, some of you may be wondering why exactly they've done this and why it was so important going forward for the company and the ecosystem as a whole, and what are the implications for such a drastic change to the rebranding of the parent company that is responsible for the development of our beloved Bepro Network, TAIKAI, and DAPKit. And for those of you that are struggling to understand where LayerX and TAIKAI Labs originally came into play in relation to all of these products, I'm going to ensure that by the end of this video, you have no questions to why this needed to happen and what this means for us going forward here within the Bepro Network ecosystem. So, originally, there was a lot of confusion within the Bepro Network ecosystem of what the difference between TAIKAI, TAIKAI Labs, Bepro Network, DAPKit are, and how do they actually all play into one another and help each other grow, and how growth in one of these products can directly translate into growth of one of the other products, such as Bepro Network. So the easiest way to think about what TAIKAI Labs originally were, TAIKAI Labs is a company that offers 3 products, okay? So we've got Bepro Network, DAPKit, and TAIKAI. Now, there was a big confusion between TAIKAI Labs and TAIKAI, so this is why there's been a rebranding of the actual company entity to LayerX in order to avoid any confusion between the product and the company behind it. So think about it like this. At the top, we've got the main corporation of LayerX. As you can see, they develop 3 products currently. TAIKAI, the hackathon product, Bepro Network, the bounty product, and DAPKit, the product used to efficiently launch Web3 products, and the easiest way for Web2 companies to branch into Web3 with needing to have minimal experience, as you'll be able to launch Web3 based products using only JavaScript and TypeScript. If you would like to know more about DAPKit, I made a video on DAPKit in the past explaining about what it is and how it works and how it plays a role within the Bepro Network ecosystem. Now, I'll take a quote directly from Mario Alves in an article he wrote on the blog of LayerX to better reflect our vision and mission of driving innovation and advancing the Web3 ecosystem. We've decided to rebrand TAIKAI Labs to LayerX. The goal of this rebrand is to provide clarity and simplicity for our clients and stakeholders and try to maintain focus on delivering specific added value for each of our targets. So all of these organizations and projects first being introduced into the Bepro Network ecosystem, whether that be Bepro Network, TAIKAI, or DAPKit, they also face the same problems that many of you within the Bepro Network community have in terms of actually understanding where TAIKAI Labs came into play with this. So this rebranding of the company into LayerX makes it way easier for these organizations to be able to actually understand what they're getting involved in, and how having a very strong business relationship with LayerX can help boost the innovation found within their own projects and companies. You have to think of it like this, okay? Nothing's changing in regards to the actual Bepro Network product, the TAIKAI product, or the DAPKit product. It's simply the branding that pushes these products has changed to a more effective and easy to understand company. In my last video where we spoke about the roadmap in terms of the Bepro Network ecosystem going forward in 2023, the thing that kept repeating itself over and over and over again was we're going to streamline the ease of onboarding of new clients into the ecosystem. Okay, we're going to simplify every aspect so that these organizations and companies can come to the LayerX website, instantly be able to understand what exactly they do, what products they offer, and how exactly they can be onboarded into any of these multiple fantastic tools. The easiest way to actually be able to explain this rebranding to people is by a more relatable example that could be found within the real world. Now, as an outsider perspective, if you look at a biscuit tin, what do you think will be found inside? Obviously, the most likely answer is biscuits. If you look at a fridge, you expect there to be food inside. If you look at a toolbox, you expect to find tools inside. So think about Bepro Network, TAIKAI, and DAPKit as tools, and LayerX is the toolbox. If you look at the toolbox, you can be pretty sure that 99% of the time when you open up that toolbox, there will be tools inside. LayerX is a Web3 toolbox, and inside this Web3 toolbox, you will find Web3 tools such as Bepro Network, DAPKit, or TAIKAI. There's no point in having all of these fantastic tools if you don't store them in a toolbox, because no one will know where to find them. The fantastic tools are already out there for people to use, but the first place you're going to look is the toolbox. So both Web3 and Web2 organizations and projects will be able to look at this Web3 toolbox. We'll be able to get a gist of exactly what they do just by a quick glancing outside look. This is a fantastic development for the Bepro Network ecosystem, and it will 100% no doubt in my mind, be able to streamline the onboarding process of not only Web3 style Web3 style projects, but predominantly Web 2 based organizations and projects looking to harness the power of Web3 and to implement such amazing features within their own already established products. The team over at LayerX really setting the bar high for the professional standard that they deem warranted of such high quality tools such as Bepro Network, TAIKAI, and TAIKAI. We're not going to cut any corners. Let's do this properly. LayerX will be a well-respected, established, professional company responsible for bridging the gap between Web 3 and Web 2. We're going to jump back to the article written by our CEO, Mario Alves, and talk about what their mission is at LayerX. Simply put, we're passionate about driving innovation and advancing the Web 3 ecosystem. We believe that our Web 3 products will have the potential to transform the way we interact with the world around us, changing the way we work in the near future. Bepro Network will be a key player in this, as we are dedicated to helping organizations and developers make the most of this opportunity. We hope this rebranding will help us better communicate our vision and mission, to more clearly align our products and services with the needs of our clients and stakeholders. In fact, we strongly believe that 2023 will be the year of Bepro Network's wider adoption as it continues to gain reputation, clients, developers, total value locked, and a strong use case for the organizations to decentralize their developments. These guys know exactly what's in store for Bepro Network in this coming 2023 year. They started off with a bang with a partnership between a top 10 cryptocurrency project in Polygon. We are still in the first quarter of this year, and they've already released the new version of the TAIKAI Hackathon product, alongside them hosting some seriously large Web3 events found within the real world within Portugal, such as ETH Porto, which is sponsored by some really huge names such as Chainlink. These guys over at LayerX have some top dog business associates. They have really positioned themselves to be able to market all of their products to the biggest names 24/7 all year round. This is perfect. We all know the saying, it's not what you know, it's who you know. But when you've got both of them on your side, you are an unstoppable force, okay? So, taking a look here at the LayerX website, we can see that it's a very high quality and professional website with all of the products integrated within the website for ease of use and onboarding. As you can see, our products build with LayerX, TAIKAI, Bepro Network, TAIKAI. Loved by industry leaders who can sponsor the Web3 events such as ETH Porto, reach new audiences, dedicated customer support, and to launch a decentralized bounty network. Bepro Network, baby. As you can see, they've integrated updates for the TAIKAI product here with discovering the new hackathons to engage in. You can see Cartesi, Cassini, the ETH Porto hackathon, Ethereum Taipei. These guys are going worldwide, okay? They're all over the place. You can see all the new bounties that are being created in the Bepro Network ecosystem from the LayerX website. And just take a look at the LayerX ecosystem, okay? Look at these names. This was one of the things that really blew my mind in the first video I made when I first got introduced to TAIKAI Labs, now LayerX, back when they acquired Bepro Network. These names are crazy, okay? Humongous Web 2 companies and Web 3 companies as well. LayerX have got so many different opportunities everywhere. They've got so many opportunities to market all of their products to as many eyes as possible. Some of the top projects within the Web 3 ecosystem as well as the Web 2. An example on top of that would be D-House, where I recently noticed that one of the team members from Chainlink were there giving talks to some of the projects found within D-House. The networking opportunities that LayerX have for their products are absolutely crazy. I hope that's cleared up any questions you may have of the rebranding of TAIKAI Labs into LayerX. If there's anything that you think I've missed that you still have questions in regards to the rebranding into LayerX and what it means for Bepro Network, please leave the questions in the comments. I'll be more than happy to answer them. For my next video, I think I'd like to take a look at Bepro Network from an investor perspective. I know we don't talk about this too much from the direct eyes of an investor, as I usually just give you updates on the product and how we seem to be growing exponentially as the team keep delivering on their promises and goals. But as I'm sure you can tell, I'm primarily an investor in Bepro Network, and at the end of the day, whilst I love giving you these updates on Bepro Network and I love the ecosystem as a whole, I'm still an investor at heart, and I might take a little step back from the informational update role for a video and just look at Bepro Network from an investor perspective. What are some of the things we've got going for us? What are some of the risks? Have a look at what some of the potential market caps could be in a more forgiving market in terms of monetary policy, and And yeah, so if you'd be interested in me doing a video more along those lines, leave it in the comments. If you would prefer to see something else, then that is more than fair enough. I can understand either way. But I've been the Cornstar, and I'll see you in the next one, Bepro Balls.